Hi guys, welcome back to Momina's Mixed-Plate. And my guest today is absolutely fantastic because the amount of work that he's done for theatre in Pakistan is just incredible. The first time I saw him, I was very young and I think I was still in high school, and there was a production of Moulin Rouge that happened in Lahore, and his performance literally took the city by storm. And not only that, he was a very good-looking man in his youth. He's got peppered hair, still good-looking, but he was incredibly good-looking. So I think everybody had a crush on him. Like every girl had a crush on him, and like he was much older than all of us. But I think everybody had like a bit of a, had some happy times. Wanted to like, he's sitting here laughing. He's done a lot of. He's a theatre teacher. He's worked in film and drama, and I cannot wait to talk to him about theatre because I think that's one of those art forms that is the most neglected, but it is the most wonderful art form that any actor worth any measure is initially a theatre actor and then goes into drama or film. So let's welcome on Omair Rana. And before we do that, you guys don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can be part of the Momina's Mixed-Plate family. And let's start with all the fun.
You're so mean.
I'm so mean. How
You're so mean. You look at Mixed Plate as appropriate name.
It is.
You introduce me with theatre and really make me feel so good, but then you put in all those flattering words and I'm blushing. I was like,
of course.
and then there's this very nice subtextual lace there. He was good looking.
Yes. So before we get started into talking about theatre, I think any theatre class begins with some fun games and some exercises.
Of course.
Of course.
We're mad, we people.
Yes. We're the theatre geeks. Acha, so what we're doing, guys, here is that we're going to be playing this game called Accent Tube. So how it's going to work is that Omair is going to start with an accent and I'm going to mimic the accent and we're going to keep having a conversation, and then I'm going to change the accent and he has to keep up, and this relay will go. And the moment the first person drops the accent, pretty much loses.
You know who's going to lose, right? All right.
अभी आएगी हंसी, मेरे तो जितनी हंसी में मजाक उड़ता है ना.
That'll be fun as well.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so you're gonna start the accent?
Start.
I start the accent?
Yeah.
All right.
So you create the situation and I'll continue.
All right. All right. Top of the morning, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well, you know.
I wanted a cup of coffee.
A coffee? I don't have coffee, I don't tea here.
Oh Lord, I can have some tea.
Oh really? Only tea?
Perhaps you can give me a pint. Could you, lass?
I am fine, but I live in Pakistan. You can't do it.
A pint of water would be nice, lass. He's like, water? A pint of water?
What do you mean?
Oh Lord.
All right. I'll get you some. Don't worry about it.
Why not? I'd be absolutely delighted by your pint
We're
of water.
delighted. And would you like a drop of lemon in your water?
Yes, you say water seems to be a nice drink if you have the right spirit with it.
A spirit? Oh, you really want us to be caught for blasphemy?
Yeah, what? Blasphemy.
Oh my God, I don't understand this.
Don't understand what?
I don't know, you want to get me killed here.
You're not gonna get killed here.
Yes, Massimo Dutti will come.
Momina, you're not gonna get killed here.
And my professor once told me that if you go to Pakistan, they kill you because you don't wear a headscarf.
Wallahi, they will not get you killed here. This headscarf is a beautiful dress.
It is a very
Well, you come to Pakistan, you see scarf everywhere, wallahi.
Wallahi, ya habibi, marhaba, baklava.
I like that. I'm gonna drop it at the baklava there. Good show.
Good show.
Yes,
That was fun.
Yes.
Okay, what is your dream role as a theatre actor, like to play on stage? What role would you want to play?
I really don't have a dream role, but I do get, as always may be the case, and the visuals are sentiment to it. I get bored with the same kinds always. Okay. I just do. I mean, why am I saying the visual? Because I don't keep the same look also. I just get tired of it. So yeah, if anything that is a little more out of my skin, that's what I write. Really like. And I think I've had some fantastic roles. I'm really grateful for those.
You have done some.
Yeah,
especially theatre. I can't really say for drama or film because I haven't.
Mostly theatre, I agree.
Yeah.
And that's why, when you introduced me for theatre, generally when people meet me and they say, "Aapka wo drama dekha ya flan koi dekha," it's one of those who say, "I saw you on stage."
Yeah.
I was like, I'm zeroing in on you because you've seen something I'm really proud of.
Proud of, yeah.
And I'm glad that you're baazauq hai aap.
हाँ, बाज़ौक़ है आपको tradition तहज़ीब पता है.
Bilkul. So I can enjoy that.
Yeah. Okay, so talking about theatre in Pakistan, how has it been for you to kind of, pave the way? Because I think, like, making it into a proper art form and to be teaching it in schools and colleges, and it's one of those things. I think it's so therapeutic to kind of just put this mask on you and like just perform.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, for me, as a professional career, it has been very painful. More than me, I think it's been more painful for my wife, my family, because really it hasn't worked that well in terms of money, but in terms of fulfillment, in terms of ambition, it's been phenomenal. I'm sure you'll empathize with this, and so many other actors do. I was one of those who needed that mask to come out of their own introvert box.
Yeah.
And when I started teaching it as an O-level drama subject, I've seen so many of my students who's come through this. And those are the ones I'm really, really proud of. Really, really proud of.
What have been some of the greatest challenges, especially in a place like Pakistan, जहाँ पे every few years or months, like you'll have like a dance cancel कर दें स्कूलों में से, un-Islamic है या आप ये चीजें निकाल दें, like you keep putting these like your art to the back burner. How did you pave your way through that?
Well, if you have a one person or one organization doing this, it's easier to identify. It is so seeped in the generation of Zia, as I call it, the Zia of the Bhutto, I call it, in fact, that you have to really uproot the weeds from the grass. For me, one of the major issues when I introduced O-level drama was to sell it to the parents. Because parents would want to have the education in a visor, business stream, that stream, and eventually A-levels or inter, undergrad, or phir acha rishta. That's what they want.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh God, even the girls' school is going through that rubbish, let alone the boys' school. So that's the kind of mentality that we had to break through. And I think it has worked, because at the end of the day, the question I ask is, how many of you watch television? Everyone does. How many of you let your daughters go on TV? Not many people do. It's like, I want you to reflect upon that.
Okay, so people do talk about like what you could change about the theatre in Pakistan. And I do want to hear your views on that. But one thing that I do want to talk about is that abroad, theatre is used as a mode of therapy. For like kids coming in from like battered houses and homes. Why is that we have not been able to even introduce that? Or is that something that can even be implemented in Pakistan?
Yes, it can. It has been in certain ways, in different forms. My experience has been, and I've kind of touched upon it, was some of my students who had superb energy and they did not know how to channelize it, and when they came to drama, so when they channelized it, and they did a brilliant job. There you go, point case. The others who were absolutely quiet and had issues that they were not willing to address them, and then they brought it out in the device piece that they had to do for O-level drama. I know one student of mine, which broke my heart. He was young, he was O-levels, and his father passed away. And he was such a smiling, moon-faced kind of a kid that I never got to know that his father's passed away. And he adored his father. By the time we were doing a device piece, I had said, you know what, I want to take the leap of faith, and I want to hold your hand. I want you to write a piece about your father. And he did, and he was doing it very coldly. He wasn't committing to it. And eventually I sat down with him and I said, I'm not going to record this. I'm not going to stage this. I want you to just perform it. And finally he broke down. There was some acceptance that came through. Otherwise he was going to be a student who's going to be a patient of depression. That being said, I have been working diligently hard with something called the Forum Theatre, which is the societal reflection, and they participate and resolve problems, whatever is relevant to those issues. Women's Day is around the corner. Last year we went to Kinnaird College and we worked with their drama society. We developed a play which is relevant to women's issues, young women student issues, which obviously has bullying and harassment and all that stuff coming in, which came from them. They designed it, they performed it, and then we had it presented in front of their students, and they would come in and try to save our protagonist from that tragedy. So that is Forum Theatre goes to both. That format, we've taken it, and here's the interesting part, I've taken it to the corporates there as well. I said, all right, you've got issues. So we create a piece, and I just did two yesterday. I'm going to be doing two more tomorrow. So that kind of a format is very, very easy and very effective.
And even because, even in the corporate sector, for example, at retreats or at the beginning of a session, they usually do icebreakers, which are again theatre games. They're theatre games because they kind of just get you started on a higher energy. You get to bond with everybody, and those are things that I would love to see happen here. And
absolutely, but a word of caution, because I've been in corporate training for a very long time. The word of caution is that many of them who do not appreciate it as theatre games, as you and I see it, they just do fun for the sake of fun. But we know there's a learning behind it. So they essentially the gamer sizes, right? The exercises. So so we have to remind them of what they're gaining from this.
And kind of just take it back and forth, back. What's the craziest thing that you've done for a theatre play, for a role?
I have I really have to think about it. I actually did one thorough research of a very psychedelic character who was a pretty crazy guy, to the extent that I had to eventually go to a psychiatrist. Yeah.
I mean, some roles will take you on.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And that psychiatrist became a friend of mine. So eventually I said, why don't you become the Hollywood psychiatrist, who's going to be dealing with patients as well as, helping us with characters. So yeah, it went that bonkers.
I mean, that was one of the things that, what's his name? Jack Nicholson said to Heath Ledger when he took on the Joker.
Oh.
He said that this role will consume you.
Yeah.
Make sure that you keep yourself seen and you keep yourself distant, because you will have to keep yourself, you will have to remind yourself every day that this role that you're doing it's a role.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that character, he's like, it will consume you.
Imagine, man.
And it did.
And it did.
And it
completely.
It like completely overtook him.
Absolutely.
And
it's pretty sad.
It's sad, but it's also the power of, I guess, character and the power.
That's true, and it's very interesting because those who do not do it, who are alien to it, they feel like, kya badi baat hai, right? What are these nakhre inke?
Yeah.
But essentially, it is really messing up with someone's mind. Dilip Kumar, after one particular point, having done so many serious performances, was prescribed by his doctor do a comedy. Otherwise, you're going to really be consumed. Yeah. And Guru Dutt didn't, and Guru Dutt did get consumed. So you have to be very wary of this, and it's sensible. I think all of us should have a therapist sometime to go to.
No, you should. I'm not
causing it a taboo.
No, it's not
I think
a taboo.
it's a health.
It's
a greater health hazard for us, but it's a health hazard for many people, for many professions out there.
Yeah. No, I think every single person, everywhere, needs a therapist, because there are things that you don't even know what's bothering you until it does bother you.
Yeah, that's true.
And you just need to get it out. Sometimes
in certain ways, it's good for us because we get to channelize those things. So all the anguish that you got from your mother on that telephone, you probably might have been able to channelize it somewhere.
Yeah.
So we get some fake catharsis.
Yeah.
But the others don't. And I think it's more important for others to do it as well. Go to a therapist.
And okay, so before we sign off, what's the one thing that we could do for theatre today? Like to even just...
Buy a ticket.
I'd always do.
That's all I ask of you. Christine, that's all I ask. Listen, the bottom line is, if you like something, make sure that it's endorsed in the capitalist structure with the funds that it needs. The government does not help. I'll be very honest.
Yeah.
The sponsors are iffy in there, maybe not. So at the end of the day, it's the box office, the people. The people buy the ticket, you keep seeing it again and again. So come, watch it, buy the ticket, and watch different things. That's all I say.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And guys, like, if you guys have any particular play that you really want to see on the stage, let me know in the comments below, and I'll ask Omair, and we'll see if we can kind of make it into a reality.
Yeah, and then come buy the ticket.
And buy the ticket. Don't ask me for passes and free passes. There's nothing free in this world.
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
It has been an absolute pleasure getting to know you and talking theatre, because it's really rare.
It's home for us.
Yeah, it's home for us.
It's home for us.
It is home for us. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the segment. Please go out and support the arts. Theatre is a wonderful medium, and I don't think there's not anything more magical for the audience or for the actor who's performing, because it's a high every day. It's like adrenaline. It's like इससे बेहतर नशा कोई नहीं है दुनिया में. I can't tell you, like, the high of performing in front of people, being center stage, even if you're not the main lead, you're a side character, but you're putting something towards a bigger picture. So if there's anything that you guys want to know more about theatre, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can be part of the Momina's Mixed Plate family, and I'll see you next time. Take care.